What's up, YouTube? I'm back at you with another video, and I apologize that it's taken so long. But as you can tell, I'm in a different booth right now. I quit my job at the auction and I took a job in this smaller mom and pop shop. Obviously I've got a smaller booth in here, but so far so good. I'm still spraying Ultra 9K waterborne base. That's my favorite paint. It just worked out that way. And yeah, I mean, I needed a change of pace. I wanted to focus more on quality and making videos and really like seeing what I can do with this whole content thing. So I needed to make a couple of moves, and that one of those happened to be job change. My new bosses, fantastic people. Currently I'm in Golden Nugget Body and Paint, for anybody wondering. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you've probably already seen this already, but if you're just on YouTube, this is where I'm at. Today, we are going to go through this cab corner was a section. So there was a section here to here. I'm gonna spray sealer on just my cab corner, and we're gonna go through blending a silver again. Nothing real crazy. This is a pretty simple, straightforward job. Nowadays, I do have a prepper, so there's gonna be not as much prep videos. I will be doing a little bit of prep here and there, so when I do, I will make content and show you guys kind of my processes. But here I'm primarily just taping, spraying, matching color. I really get a focus on the part that I enjoy, so I think I'm gonna like this situation a lot. But I've already got this all clean, all taped up. The only thing that I need to do now is put some 18-inch paper across this door. I'll probably grab 36, mask this door off, because some people like to blend their sealer onto their blend panel, and if it's like a red or something of that sort, I will do that. In this situation, since it's silver, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just mask the door off and just seal what I need to seal. So I'm gonna go ahead, mix up some sealer, and we'll get into this. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm gonna mask this door off. Hopefully I grabbed long enough. Hey, you don't know yet. But basically the way I do this is I give myself a little gap here. Oh yeah, I didn't grab long enough, so I need to grab one more piece. But here's a little trick. If you give yourself a gap, then you take 1.5 inches and you slide it in there, guaranteeing that you're not gonna get sealer or a weird edge on your blend door. So let me grab another piece, get this taped up, and we'll spray some sealer. This is what I mean by that gap. You see how there's 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch gap? Then you just slide tape in, you don't get any overspray on it. All right guys, so I have sealer mixed up. I have my whole blend door taped off. I've already cleaned this with wax and grease, but basically what I'm gonna do now is just tack rag it, and then I'm going to use my anti-static gun. I'll show you that in a second. This is gonna get loud, so bear with me. And I use my little fan jet blower simply because anything that's in any cracks, it'll blow that out straight into my tack rag. So really doing it this way just leads to cleaner jobs. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my static gun, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so this right here, see if it'll focus. This is a Dent Fix static zap. All it is a blow gun that removes the static charge off of the parts that you're painting. They really sell this for like raw plastic, things that can create a lot of plastic or a lot of static. In this booth, I tend to find that even while using it on metal parts, it makes a big difference. So I just go ahead and use it every single cycle, every booth load. And this is all you have to do. I mean, it's simple. You just blow it down, plastic around it as well. And it's just extra assurance. That's it. Okay, so now that we're ready for sealer, the sealer gun today, this has been my go-to gun. This is a Welcome Slim Combat, 1.2 HTE cap from Motivated Painters. Shout out to Gabe. I'm gonna use about 30 PSI, just do a single wet coat. I really enjoy these gauges. I have them on multiple guns, and they're nice because they just pop off and you put it in your pocket and it's out of the way and your pressure is set. So let's go ahead and get a single coat on this. It's nothing fancy, it's just one wet coat. And I'll do the face first and then I'll do the back side. Okay, now the back side. Okay, and that's it. Really what sealer is just gonna give me a nice even layer to add my base to. All right, so this is almost dry. Yeah, that's pretty much dry. I'm gonna remove this masking, but it was funny because when I was doing this, my body guy was out here watching me, and he's a really good painter too. But he asked me if I always tape up my blend panel when I spray sealer. It's a great opportunity to explain why I did it this way this time. I don't always do this. If the color that you're spraying relies heavily on a undercoat color to match or to blend well, you would want to do the edge. So if this was, say, a really dark pearl blue or a 3-stage red, I would spray this edge so I have that ground color at the edge of the blend and then do my blend, if that makes sense. If it's silver, white, or something that covers really well and it doesn't really matter what the ground color is, you can absolutely tape up your blend. It makes a cleaner job, because when you seal and you blend this edge, that overspray doesn't always just go straight down. It can land in the end of your blend panel, and when you go to clear, you'll have like weird gray dust on your blend panel, and that's no fun. So there are some tricks. I'll make another video when I have to do sealer in a blend panel and kind of explain that better. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, unmask this, and then we'll get into blending out color. This job is gonna go really fast. It's just Ford UX. There's really nothing to it. This particular car is, or truck, is the standard variant, matched gray. So I've already got my base mixed up. I mixed it up this morning. And all I need to do is mix up a little blender and we'll be good to go. Now that's nice and clean. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did before and take my blowgun. I gotta go get my tack rag, hold up. Okay, so I got my tack rag, but I'm gonna take my blowgun. I'm gonna just go ahead and blow off this entire panel just like I did that cap corner. And it's just gonna help to get all the crap out of the cracks and crevices and whatnot. And make sure that it's nice and clean. Okay. I'm not gonna run it over that because it's still kind of fresh. I am going to static gun the entire job again. And I will use this one more time after my base coat is laid. I don't find that I really need to use it every single coat like they recommend. If your booth is extra staticky, you might want to do that. But I basically use it at the beginning of the job and then right before clear coat. And that's perfect for me. So go ahead, blow her all down. You just act like you're painting it. And they say that this helps with metallic control. I don't know about how much I buy that, simply because a lot of the metallics are aluminum. So aluminum's not magnetic. So I don't know if it helps with that. It might, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead, go grab my base coat and my blender, and we'll get this job knocked out really quick. It's not gonna take long. All right, so I've got blender, which is just U9020. It's clear base coat, reduced about 15% in this Pro Light. And then I have UX Standard Ultra 9K. This is a 4600 Segola with aqua cap and a 1.3. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and get some blender sprayed down on this. Like I said, guys, this is gonna go really quick. Hopefully you guys can hear me through this new hood. This is the 3M VersaFlow. And man, I'm a big fan because I can walk all around the shop and I still have my air-fed hood on. All right, one wet coat of this. And I'm gonna do the entire blend door. This is just gonna give those metallics something wet to land in and help me blend and make it invisible. It's not going to discolor the end of my blend. A lot of guys think it will, it's not going to. All right, that's on. And while that's wet, I'm gonna get right into blending. This paint line is a wet on wet application, so you can absolutely blend right into that as it's wet. I'm only using about 21 PSI on this. So let's go. Quick and simple. This stuff covers freaking awesome. Okay, and the back side. Sure, I get in there nice. And when you're spraying silvers, guys, you want to make sure that you spray it pretty wet. That way you're not having any model issues. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and hit the fans because I have them. And let this stuff flash off. This handy dandy little button down here. I've got fans up top that are gonna go and help push more air over this. Once it starts to flash, I'll grab my fan jet blower and just kind of aid it. You can go wet on wet, like I had mentioned, with your base coat color if you want to. When I'm doing blends, I tend to do individual coats. Just works out better for me. But it does work either way. So it's kind of pick how you want to do it. We're gonna let this flash off. We'll get into coat 2, and that should be the last coverage coat, last little blend coat. And then after that, we'll do another coat of base coat blender, control coat it, let it sit 15, 20 minutes, clear coat it, we're out. I did want to mention real quick, guys, I do have links to a lot of the tools that you guys see me use in the description. It's in a link tree. The reason I have that is because I have guys all the time ask me, where did you get that? Where did you get this? Where did you get that? It's all linked in that link tree, and I try to update it as I get new things and things that I enjoy using. There are some links, as I mentioned in previous videos, like my Lumai links. My Lumai are affiliated links. What that means is anything that you purchase off of those links directly benefits me and the channel. I do get paid off of those. It doesn't cost you any more to use those links, but I do get a commission off of that, and every single dollar that I make from that I reinvest back into the channel and back into new tools to show you guys. So yeah, if you want to check those out, feel free. If not, it's not a big deal. I'm not trying to sell you on stuff. I just get a lot of questions on, oh, where can I buy that? I really like that, you know. So I figure I'd be upfront, let you guys know about them. But all right, let's get back to blending this silver. All right, so I brought you guys a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see a little bit better. It's kind of tight in this booth, so bear with me. We're ready for coat 2. This is just another coverage coat, so I'm gonna spray it pretty wet and just finish out my blend, do the back side, we'll let that dry, and then we'll control coat it. And I don't need blender for this one. Not worried about it. I'm gonna go pretty slow and just focus on wetting out these metallics. Okay. Back here. I can paint every area I need to. All right, that's it for my coverage coats. I'm gonna go ahead and use this little fan jet, dry this up, We'll do another coat of wet bed, we'll control coat it, and we'll be out. All right guys, so this is my coverage coats and my blend coats all done. Pretty smooth already. That's what you want to see before you control coat it. If you still have blotchy blends or blotchy coverage coats, you're gonna want to do at least one more wet coat over that. So when it smooths out, now you're ready for a control. Basically, I'm gonna take my blender again and I'm just gonna go about halfway through the door just to give my metallic something wet to land in. It's not rocket science. Let's do just a medium wet coat. I'm not gonna pound it on like I did that first coat. And as I mentioned, if you're using this paint line, it's not gonna change your edge here. It's not like a swimming pool effect with clear coat. Clear base and it stays clear. I know it looks blue, but it's because it's waterborne. And now we're ready for a control coat. I'm not even gonna change my PSI. I'm gonna leave it at 20, 21 and just control coat this, and then we'll let it dry and we can clear it. And a control coat is just set back, orienting your metallics, just like so. And you want to make sure that you take your time and you really watch the metallics lay down. Okay? Same thing back here. Just take your time. Boom. That's it. That's base coat all done. We're gonna let this dry for 15 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer on my watch. 15 minutes. It's about, let me see what temperature it is. Yeah, it's about 86 degrees in here. So 15 minutes, this should be good. Test you can do to make sure that your base coat is ready to be cleared is touch some of the masking around it with your thumb. Put your thumb on it, twist. If that base coat moves, it's not ready for clear yet. Just a little trick that a tech rep showed me, and it makes a big difference. All right guys, so it's been like half an hour. I went and did some other things in the shop. So we're ready for clear coat. Like I mentioned, use your thumb. You can touch your base, make sure that it's dry. I'm gonna turn my fans off before I forget. So I don't need those to dry this clear coat. But today I'm using CC200 clear with my special edition Sada. This is a 5500 1.2 O nozzle. One of my favorite guns for clear. If I'm not using my Segola, this is my second go-to. And then my Fuji spray as well. I've got 3 really good clear guns. But I'm gonna spray this at like 28 PSI, it's already set. And 2 coats, waiting about 5 to 10 minutes between coats. So let's go ahead and knock these out. I'm gonna basically go all the way to the face of my cab corner, and then I'll come around and do the backside. All right. Hold up, I forgot to turn my hood on. There we go. I'm new to this VersaFlow. All right, perfect. Now we have airflow. Jeez. I was wondering why I could smell a little bit of clear through here. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely noticeable. And you definitely do not want to inhale any paint fumes, guys. This stuff is so toxic for you. That's why I use these air feds, or at least a half mask. And you want to have good ventilation anywhere you're spraying. All right, I'm gonna do the backside. And I like to lay CC200 on pretty wet. It dries really fast, so. Okay, so that's my first coat done. As I mentioned, I'm gonna give this about 5 to 10 minutes to tack up a little bit, get kind of sticky. And then we'll do our last second coat and we'll be good to go. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. It's finally getting pretty sticky. So we're ready for round 2. And then we're done. And lucky for me, it's about, what time is it? 10:53. We're out at 11, so this is perfect timing. I'm gonna knock this out, and then I'm gonna go enjoy my weekend. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, guys, that's job done. That is 2 coats of clear, as I mentioned, through my 5500. I'm super happy with that. Super happy with how this booth flows also. This is a Garment 3000 series. Coming from the old Takor Imperium that I'm used to, this booth is a godsend. It sprays super clean. I don't even really see any dust that I'm gonna have to nib out of this. That looks awesome. So yeah, that's job done. And I hope you guys learned something. Maybe there was a little trick that I threw out there that you guys can help yourselves and utilize when you're in the paint booth. Yeah, that's how I blend out silvers. I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next video. I'm gonna try to make these either weekly or bi-weekly. I'm gonna try to get back to that. I had to take a little break, like I had mentioned, because I was switching shops, trying to feel out the workflow here, and I definitely have more time here to explain more of my processes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you then.